program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. I'm excited to connect with you as we talk about be authentically and fully you. I believe that is actually one of the biggest gifts that you can give the world, is being willing to fully and authentically be who you are and then share that gift with the world. And it doesn't have to be the whole global world. Maybe that's where you're called. But really being willing to share heart to heart, life by life, who you truly are. But that takes discovering who you are, where you start and stop, what you like, what you don't like, how you're made, and really honoring who you are truly at a core level. And I spent a lot of years not knowing who I was, not knowing where I started and stopped, looking to others to give me direction on what the purpose of life is and how they defined success, and I would follow their path. And it took me a long time to feel into what my path was and who I truly am. And as I started that journey and I started to discover where I start and stop, it became a journey of amazing discovery, an opportunity to spread my wings, have wonder in how I'm made, and excitement in what makes me tick and what I like and what I don't like. But it starts with knowing that. And then I found my energy increased. Life became easier, more in the flow, because I knew more readily who I was and what resonated with me and didn't. And today, we're going to be talking with an amazing expert who's gone on a journey and helps people on this journey of really authentically being who they are and fully stepping into that and bringing in multiple dimensions in that process. So we're in really great hands today. This expert, Caitriona, is going to just share amazing insights and information. So I hope that you're as excited as I am and leaning into the conversation. And I want to have you get the most out of our time together today. And so to do that, I'm going to invite you to be fully present. Put away the distractions. Really tune in and be present. I believe there is something here for you today, that you were called on purpose and for a purpose to tune in and listen at this very moment in time. So there is something here for you, and I don't want you to miss it. I want you to be able to receive whatever it is that is here for you today. So make a conscious choice to be present, to be open, to be willing to receive, to explore. Who am I? Who are you? Authentically, deeply, what makes your heart sing? How are you made? How can you perhaps be even more who you are and share the gift of who you are with others? Those of you who are driving, please stay safe, both hands on the wheel, no texting and driving, excuse me, but inwardly tune in and listen on a heart and soul level. Those of you who are able to, go ahead and sit back in your chair, feel it supporting you. Take a deep breath. Put both feet on the floor. Take another deep breath in through the nose, expanding your belly. See how big it can get. And then breathe out through your mouth like through a straw. Let's just take a couple more belly breaths like that. And keep breathing. Close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. And let's put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in. Excuse me, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Let's bring all of you in and fully present. And keep breathing. This deep belly breathing lowers your cortisol level, helps you become very present, reduces stress. It's like a little gift for you that you can do throughout the day to become present. Breathe in deeply and pause for a moment. And in this space, I want to ask you a couple questions. What is it that you need today that will help you be more authentically who you are, truly who you are, to be fully you? What is it that you need? Real time. It will encourage you, empower you, support you. What is it that you need and are willing to receive? Because you have choice. What is it that you need today that is being placed upon your heart that you are willing to receive? And sometimes that can come in the form of a feeling, a memory, a song, a sound, a picture. Information comes in all different types of ways throughout all our senses. So what is it that you need today and are willing to receive? Once you have that information, come back fully present into the room, eyes open. Take another collective deep breath with us. Wonderful. I invite you to write down whatever was placed on your heart that you need today, that you're willing to receive. Let's keep it top of mind, that you're actively on the lookout for whatever it is that was placed on your heart. It's easy to forget. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to ignore what we need. And before we know it, we're running on empty. But if we can really lean into what it is that we need, and we're actively on the lookout for it, and we're willing to receive it, it's a lot easier to recognize when you know what you're looking for, and you're willing to receive that, then you're able to fill yourself to overflowing. You're able to lean into what it is that you need so you can keep being who you're called to be on a deeper and deeper level and share that amazing gift of who you are with another and another and another. Wonderful. Let's take another breath together. Wonderful. And Caitriona, I wanted to see if you would mind sharing what was placed on your heart as we just took a moment to pause and listen.
Yes. Well, Rebecca, thank you for that. And I want to say also how glad I am to be here and to be reminded in that of my need to remain present to the joy of being here. Being here in this moment, talking to you, being here in this world at these very challenging times. And again, thank you so much for the reminder of this simple and oh so profound capacity that we have to guide ourselves back, as you suggested, multiple times a day, to guide ourselves back to this present moment.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. And I know for myself, that has been one of the greatest gifts that was passed to me, that pausing and remembering and being present, because it's easy. It's so easy to not be and to be distracted. And we miss out. We miss out on that joy. We miss out on the connection. It's a beautiful share. Thank you. And listeners, as I was leaning in, I just felt a profound connection with all of you and a thankfulness for that and a joyfulness in it. And I really want to encourage you and remind you, as it was just laid on my heart so strongly, that you are a gift. Each of us is a gift. And absolutely for such a time as this. And it's a reminder to myself, and it's a reminder to all of us connected and listening today, because we can forget. We can forget that really easily. And we're getting ready to go into our first commercial break. And as we do that, I want to invite all of you to stay fully present. Resist the urge to run off and cross things off your to-do list. Really give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes to process what's being laid upon your heart. Process real time the insights or the shares that we're sharing or that are being spoken into your heart and into your spirit. Give yourself the gift of being present, being willing to process that real time. So as you go back out in the world, you're going back out charged and processed and integrating what is being shared with you today. So as we lean into our first 2-minute moment, stay present, take those deep breaths, and we'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes. Enjoy.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here. Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at justjantvshow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at justjantvshow.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
For women, the pressure to achieve is stronger, the work hours longer, and the struggle for respect and authority more complex than ever. You want guidance on how to succeed, and you are not alone. You're invited to take your coffee break with Game Changers on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern for our special series, Game Changing Women. Powerful women leaders will help you make sense of it all, analyze how you can change the game, and share their playbooks. Game Changing Women, presented by SAP on the Business Channel.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to empowering women, transforming lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you practiced being very present and processing and feeling and really experiencing what is being laid on your heart and your spirit on a cellular level, on a spiritual level, that you're really allowing yourself that gift of processing and being present. And you'll have those opportunities throughout the show to really receive, to listen in to what's being spoken into your heart and spirit. I'll really use those opportunities throughout the show to serve and support you. We also have commercials that I'll be playing in the background about things that we feel are of support to you or we want to make you aware of, or resources or opportunities. So if you find you're being still and breathing and not quite sure what to do, you can always give a listen in to those and just see what's touching your heart, what is an encouragement and lifting you up. So welcome back. Now, this next section, we're going to be talking with Caitriona Reed, and you got to hear a little bit of her heart, just a touch, in the opening ceremony, and I just adore her heart, her spirit, her presence, her energy, and I'm excited to dedicate a whole show to our conversation and really being together in this space. Really dig in and listen on a heart level to what's being spoken and shared for you. It's absolutely for you. But let me give you a little bit of her formal background. Caitriona Reed she is so many things. I had to just pause. She's so many wonderful things. But among that, she trains and mentors creatives, artists, entrepreneurs, and healers to embody the magic of their soul's masterpiece. I just love the language you used in your bio around that, just so beautiful. To help you embody the magic of your soul's masterpiece. It's beautiful. She's a workshop and retreat leader, co-founder of I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this, Manzanita, is that correct?
Manzanita, yes. Absolutely.
Manzanita. Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Village and retreat, which we're going to learn a little bit more about later. A speaker and a mentor, and is absolutely passionate about helping bring authentic spiritual trainings to the world, which I believe helps you be authentically and powerfully who each of you are. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Caitriona Reed to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome. I want to get one of those soundtracks with the clapping and the cheering.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone can feel that.
Yeah.
But welcome to the show. I so appreciate you making time in your schedule and being available for this conversation today.
Oh, it's truly my delight, Rebecca, to speak with you.
Thanks. Well, and I wanted to start with a conversation just sharing a little bit of your personal journey and why the work that you do is so important to you on such a deep soul and heart level. Would you mind sharing a little bit about you?
Well, yeah, I'll say this up front, that I am a woman of transgendered experience, which means I grew up as a boy child, and now I show up in the world as a woman, a tall woman with a husky voice. And, what that means is I know lots about change, I know lots about committed decisions, and honestly, it's not the main thing. That's just who I am, and that's just past, and that's just my experience, which has, lots of interest in itself. It's a curiosity, I guess, to perhaps to some people more than others who have had more exposure to the phenomenon of fluidity in gender as in life. And it's that fluidity, particularly as it applies to life, to career choices, to business, to relationships, to being present, to go back to how you started this show and this conversation, the magic of being present in time, here and now, which I have to say includes the past and the future. It's the only place where past and future is to be found, is right here and now. And so it's that really interests me more than my personal history, which, I draw strength from. And we've spoken, you and I, about that in the past. And sure, there are challenges, but don't we all face challenges, huge challenges of transition at different times in our life?
Exactly. No, thank you for sharing that. And one thing that strikes me about the journey you've been on is this really becoming who you are, authentically and powerfully. Yeah. And I appreciate that about you, and where that journey has led you, past, present, and future, all in one, is really, really powerful. And I think there's such great value in helping people, whatever their journey is, but really be courageous. It's a courageous act to discover authentically who we each are, and to be willing to fully be that and share that. Yeah.
I know you have questions you'd like to ask, but if I can add to that,
absolutely.
I thought that's so central is this notion that's very much part of how we begin our work, that you are not broken. You, I, anyone listening to this, we are programmed in our society, in North American society in particular. We are marketed to as if we lacked something or were broken. And the truth is that we are intact. There may be things we need to shed more than things we need to purchase or acquire, or and so often the way we're trained at school, the way so many things play out in the healthcare system, we're led to believe that something is broken or missing. And the premise that we certainly begin from, is this powerful idea that you're not broken. Actually, you're pretty much amazingly intact. And that's where we start from.
Thank you for sharing that so powerfully and clearly. And listeners, I hope you heard what she just shared, the truth, that you are not broken or lacking, but that perhaps there are things that need to be shed. I love how you phrase that, but you are so beautifully and powerfully made as you are. And to really sink into that and know that truth, instead of coming from that place of lacking or feeling broken, or that there's something wrong with you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful share. Thank you. And I loved the vibration in which you shared that. So listeners, I hope you...
I mean it. I'm passionate about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was coming from a powerful place of truth and great conviction in sharing that, and very timely. So thank you. Absolutely. This show is designed to really support our listeners. So anytime you're feeling that pull, please let me know and jump in and share, because there's a reason and a purpose. The questions are more of a guide for us. Yeah. So I'd like to actually jump and talk about your Manzanita Village retreat a little bit. And I was curious about what led to that being created, and what are some of the things that you do there and people can experience there?
Yeah, well, we've been here nearly 25 years. And we were looking, at the time we found it, we were looking for a retreat center because we're inherently quite lazy, where the land itself would do some of the work for us. In other words, where the land, the landscape, the place itself had a power. Not just because we're surrounded by 180,000 acres of national forest. Certainly there's huge, huge value in being away from urban places. More than that, there's a power to this land, which has been kind of confirmed to us by indigenous healers of our acquaintance and others. We had a small group here last week of mostly friends who, I love it when people come here for the first time because their eyes open wide and their soul settles down into their belly and they rest. They go into that place that you invited us all to go into when you began this show. And what we've been doing here for many years is an integration of mindfulness training, meditation training, Buddhist psychology, in the context of socially engaged, socially, politically engaged spiritual practice with a strong Buddhist leaning. So we've been doing an integrated thing, spiritual practice in the real world, Buddhist psychology, and grief work. And it's changed, it's evolved towards what we refer to as psychomagic. We draw from our skills in neurolinguistics and brain science. And, my partner and I have just been around for a long time. So it's hard not to give a list of some of the elements that we use, but the truth is it gets simpler as time goes by. So when people come, we have a workshop coming up at the end of May. We have a training in July, which is slightly different. What we're doing, it seems all the time, is paring it back and working on the notion that less can be more. And though I say it myself, it's powerful transformational work. It's outside of the norms of the marketplace, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it feels like a deep stillness as well when there's so much busyness around us, which is really, really powerful and beautiful. Well, thank you for giving us a taste and a feel of this beautiful village retreat that you have created, that you and your other co-founder. And we're getting ready to go to our next commercial break here. So listeners, I invite you to take this opportunity to be fully present, really think about what's been spoken into your heart and spirit as we've been sharing, and give yourself time to process, listen, breathe deeply. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reed. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. Do you find yourself working tirelessly to keep your business going? Are you finding out that you don't have time for family, friends, any kind of personal life whatsoever? It's time to stop feeling trapped by your business. Tune in to Reclaim Your Freedom with host Shirley Dalton. You'll hear from guests that will help you work on your business instead of constantly in your business and get your life back while the business keeps running and humming. Reclaim Your Freedom airs live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Pacific Time on Voice America Business.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN. You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to empowering women, transforming lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and that you were able to deeply sink in and listen and process and really enjoy that being still for a couple moments. Now, as we're coming back to the conversation, I asked Caitriona behind the scenes if she could help just give us a little bit more information about the retreat center, because I wanted to know where it was as she was sharing all these amazing things about it. So do you mind sharing the location of your beautiful retreat center? Mm-hmm.
So we are in the mountains of northeastern San Diego County, far away from the cities, 2 hours from San Diego, 2.5 hours from LA. So within access, actually. And yet I feel like we live in another country. And it's partly those acres of, thousands of acres of wildland, really literally wild mountain land, Indian reservations and national forests. And the journey here itself is magic as you climb up the mountain, as you leave the cities behind you. And we have our own water from our well. The air is clear. I've become very attached to living here, and our regular visitors have become very attached to their visits too.
That's beautiful, and it's so close, and yet can feel so far away and separate. And that sounds like a perfect amount of time to, I know when I go somewhere or I'm traveling, it takes a little bit of time to adjust and disconnect and then connect in with wherever I'm going. And that distance is perfect for that. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Sure. And I know that you have been identified by people, and our listeners may be identifying you in this very way as we're connecting in today, that you've been called a Zen master and a spiritual teacher, yet I don't hear you necessarily directly calling yourself that or introducing yourself in that way. And I would love to get your thoughts on that and have you expand a little bit on how you're seen and received in that way, but it's not necessarily what you choose to lead with and share.
Right. Yeah, thanks for that. I think spiritual is a problematic word. I think it seems to me, I don't know, but it seems to me that it's being used more frequently. Perhaps it describes a certain need. The word's a problem because honestly I don't know what isn't spiritual. It implies a separation, a division. And as our work has been so much over the years, it's to help people integrate their so-called spiritual practice into the most mundane things, into changing a diaper or washing the dishes or going for a job interview or whatever it might be. And it's funny, during the break we were talking, I'd actually written a short article about this very subject yesterday because somebody on Facebook was asking, and it moved me. And I remembered a story, a traditional story of a man who came to a famous Zen master and told him of his incredible experiences that he'd had and these feelings and these moments of pure enlightenment. And the Zen master looked at him and said, well, show me. Because honestly, spirituality and enlightenment is in what we do. It's how we live. It's not in some remembrance of some amazing experience we had. It's how you live your life. It comes down to your character, to your values, to the balance of your lifestyle and who you are. And for me, it's another thing I'm really passionate about. All this waffle about spiritual practice can be such a distraction from the business of living, as I said earlier, in a world that goodness knows it needs our presence.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. And I want to give our listeners just a moment to digest that and really receive that beautiful information. I love how to you, there's no difference between how we are living and our spiritualness. Like they are connected in how we're living. And listeners, it's a great opportunity just to check in and see, are the actions, the things, the way you're doing things, are you being present? Are you in autopilot? Are you doing things and showing, having the practices, having the actions, the activities, the actions that you're taking, or the way you're being, are those in alignment with what really matters to you? That is authentically who you are choosing to be. Is it fully you? Are you sinking in and checking in and seeking that alignment? And it's just something to visit and feel into. It's not something to feel judgment or criticism about, but let's bring some awareness to that and really feel in to how we're being. And is that being and the actions and what we're doing, the practices, in alignment with who we are and what we want to be and bring to the world? Wonderful. So let's breathe that in. Wonderful. And I just want to feel in. I know that you have an amazing exercise you're going to be sharing with us in a little bit, but I wanted to see if you had something else laid upon your heart that you wanted to share with our listeners today.
Well, let's see. What's been on my mind is this. I said it earlier, and it came from a quotation I saw from someone I admire greatly, the philosopher Alfred North Whitehead, in which he said that the present encapsulates all the past and all the future. And it's both in terms of our awareness, but it's also in terms of our embodiment. And it's something that's informed our work over the years a huge amount, to both honor and recognize the responsibility we have to our ancestors, to those who've gone before, who've taken care of the planet perhaps much more skillfully than we have, and also to the generations that are not yet born, that we are given, for the short time that we're on the planet, we're given charge to take care. And because we will be seen in turn as the ancestors, and it's not looking very good. And it's certainly, this isn't a thought or an idea that's even considered very much in our times. It's as if the future has been abolished because the circumstances are so dire. And yet we're alive, and we feel it, and we carry it in our bodies in some way. And however much the grief is there or the uncertainty is there, to turn and bear witness to the possibility or to the presence of those who are not yet born, who in some ways, because they're encapsulated in the future, really are here if we choose to make it so. And then how we can live our lives very differently if we make that choice, if we take that step to expand our awareness to include the responsibility to the past and to the responsibility to the future, so that we can really be present here and now.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
The present isn't just a neutral speck on a line of time. It's infinitely bigger than that.
Yes. Yes. And I think that flows beautifully into the exercise that I was going to hand the floor over and have you lead us in. And I'd like to just hand the baton over to you as you share this particular exercise with us, and listeners become, very present, driving, stay safe, eyes open. But those of you are able to be with us and experience this not later, not on to-do list, but right now, I invite you to do that. So, Caitriona, the baton is yours.
Okay, so we have a minute did we say?
Yeah, minute.
All right, so quickly then. And this is fine to do when you're driving, because open your eyes. If you're sitting, then stand up.
Oh, I'm standing
Stand up with your eyes open, shake out your body. And if you can, just let your gaze be slightly above eye level, just looking up slightly. And first you focus into a narrow field, and then just allow your awareness, your visual sense to expand, to take in the periphery of your vision, including what's behind you, what's above you, what's below you. Take a breath, relax your body. Be aware also of what you hear, what you sense inside yourself, and taking that whole field of awareness and just relax now, bearing witness in that very expansive way to everything that's around you, the whole planet, if you will. And breathe and relax. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Listeners, as we go into our next 2-minute moment here, it's a perfect opportunity to stay standing and keep those eyes open and keep that expanded view and bring in all, and Caitriona, is it okay if they bring in all their senses? Is there kind of feeling into this?
Absolutely. Taste and smell and touch, and absolutely. Yeah, all of them. Okay. 5, 6.
Wonderful. So really be present, keep standing, eyes open, and feel that expansion and stretch, and even behind you. I love that. So behind you, and really stretch into that with all of the senses.
And
Wonderful.
If your eyes get tired, close them for a moment, rest them, and then come back again, first to a narrow spot, and then naturally expanding to peripheral awareness.
Perfect. So enjoy this expansion and really sinking into all of your senses in it over the next 2 minutes. And we'll look forward to connecting with you. And we have an exciting gift and some amazing insights that we want to share here at the end. But right now, stay present. Enjoy this special time of expansion. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at justjantvshow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at justjantvshow.com.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
We're making it easier to listen to the Voice America Talk Radio Network wherever you go. In addition to listening live, you can check out information about your favorite talk show hosts, discover new talk show personalities, add shows to your list of favorites, and listen to all our show archives on demand. All from your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android. Download it from the Apple App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market, and get ready to tune in. The Voice America mobile app, powered by Aircast.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that exercise and were able to expand your view and feel into all of your senses as we were led through that exercise and got to go in a deeper level during those 2 minutes. But I am going to invite you to come back fully present, to sit down, lean in to the final shares that we have for you today. And one of them is that Caitriona has put together an amazing gift. And I wanted to make sure you knew about the gift, and then I'll let you know how to access it. But let me share why we have gifts on our show. We're really committed to helping you be equipped and empowered on your journey. I want you to be able to have tools and resources that can support you and carry you throughout your week, throughout your days. I want you to have the time together with us, but then be able to get ongoing support, have access to the experts like I do, that we can support each other on our journey. That's why we have created this library of gifts and resources to support you. And you're able to go in and choose to say yes to those that will support you, be in alignment with you, and can walk beside you in life. So with that, Caitriona, do you mind sharing your amazing gift with us today?
Yes, it's a book. It's a short book in ebook form, along with an audiobook version of it, which is useful because inside that book, it's a workbook as well as a book. So it includes in much more detail, say, the exercise we just did in expanded awareness. So you'll have a reference to that, as well as a couple of other things that really lead into what we spoke of earlier, uncovering your soul's masterpiece, and significantly by truly recognizing that you're not broken. We're not broken. None of us are broken. Goodness knows, 4.25 billion years the planet's been evolving, and every generation of our ancestors has somehow been successful. And here we are, against all odds, unexpectedly, and how to really remember that and embody that. So all of that is implicit in the gift, in the book. And of course, by getting it, you will also then continue until you choose not to. You will continue receiving information from us. Some of it is announcements about upcoming events, and some of it is useful tools that we put out from time to time that enhance the work that begins with that ebook.
Wonderful. So it really builds from that starting place and connection. Thank you so much for making that available to our listeners. And listeners, I want to let you know how to access this gift and be on that list to start that relationship or continue that relationship with Caitriona and the amazing work that she does and that they do. You go to radiogifts.net. So that's Radio Gifts, plural, because there are multiple gifts.net. So a net full of multiple gifts. Scroll down to today's date, which is Tuesday, April 18th. And then you'll click on her amazing gift. You'll see her picture. You'll see the description of the gift. You do put in your name and email address so we can stay in touch, and you and her can stay in touch as she sends that information to you. So I encourage you to do that. Also, while you're there, peruse the other gifts that are available to you. As many as you want to say yes to are there, but I encourage you to really lean into this gift today. It's a beautiful place to get support in uncovering your soul's masterpiece, authentically and powerfully being you. That will support you in everything that you do. So again, go to radiogifts.net. Beautiful. And then I wanted to just share a couple of things that are going on as well. And then Caitriona has a beautiful share that she wants to bring forward as well, that we recently launched our TV network, RHG TV network. We'd love to have you swing by and share a comment with the host or join our Facebook group, which is under the same name as well. RHG, my initials, TV network. And it's a network of television shows, programming, and podcasts that are designed to encourage and empower you, just like this show does. So I think it's a resource that also will be very supportive of you, and I invite you to swing on by and check it out. We'd love to have you visit. And then, Caitriona, do you mind sharing your quote or share with our listeners?
Well, the quote, the thought is that we're not broken, and that what we thought broke us, the wounds that we carry, are the key to our greatness, our joy, our success, our coming into the fullness of the promise of our life. And the quote is from Wendell Berry, who says, "Be joyful, even though you have considered all the facts." And those facts might pertain, of course, to our personal life or to things going on in the world. And yet we have the ability to sustain joy, to sustain our gladness, to welcome life into our bodies, into ourselves, to open to our creativity. So, just find ways to be joyful, to embody the life you love. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I love that. Find something every day to celebrate, lifts your spirit, makes you laugh, makes you smile, whatever that may be. One of the things I've shared on past shows that one of my pets taught me actually was to greet every day on purpose. And inspired me to go to the mirror in the morning. I don't do this every morning, but I do it a lot of mornings. And I'll put both hands in the air and I go, ta-da, I have arrived. And I'm just starting the day with celebration, making eye contact with myself and excited about what the day is bringing. And I find that creates a really powerful mindset for me. So whatever practice supports you, listeners, find it. And bring that joy, bring that celebration into your life, and lean into the amazing gift and tool that is being made available to you. And as we come to a close of our show today, it has been a pleasure, Caitriona, to have you join us. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Rebecca. Such a delight. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And listeners, thank you for tuning in, being present, being part of the conversation today. And I want to encourage you as you go back out into the world, bring that practice forward of being present, pausing, breathing. Remember that you aren't broken, that you are beautifully, wonderfully made on purpose and for a purpose. I believe for such a time as now, you are so needed. And one of the biggest gifts that you can give the world is the gift of being who you are authentically, who you're made to be, and sharing that with another. So as you go back out into the world, remember to always, always bloom where you're planted and choose to shine. Have an amazing week, everybody. We'll look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.